When the grid dies, most people turn into hostages, begging the system for batteries, fuel, or help. But you're here because you don't want to be a hostage. You want control. And today, I'm laying out the 12 powerless tools that keep you cooking, warm, hydrated, and alive when every plug and switch in your house turns into dead plastic. The grid isn't a guarantee, it's a leash. And when it snaps, millions are left flailing. But not you, because you're about to learn the 12 tools that keep you independent when the lights, the pumps, and the safety nets all fail. These aren't gadgets, these are lifelines. Let's go. 1. Wood cutting tools. If you can't cut wood, you can't make fire. And if you can't make fire, you can't cook, you can't boil water, and you can't stay warm. That's why your kit needs a hatchet, a full-size axe, and a splitting maul. Together, they turn dead trees into life-saving fuel. Think about it. When the propane tanks run dry and your neighbors are shivering, the one who knows how to split logs and feed a fire owns the night. These aren't just tools, they're force multipliers. A hatchet can double as a hammer, a weapon, or a butchering tool. An axe is shelter in the making. A splitting maul? That's winter survival in 6 pounds of steel. 2. Fire extinguisher. Now let's talk about the flip side of fire, control. An extinguisher isn't attractive, but when you're running flames inside a garage, a porch, or a room outfitted for emergency cooking, it's the difference between survival and turning your only shelter into a funeral pyre. Don't buy just one. Place them where you'll actually use fire. Kitchen, garage, near the wood stove. And don't cheap out. Get one big enough to smother a real blaze. In a blackout world, there's no 911, no fire trucks coming down your street. You're the fire department. 3. Water filtration and purification. The grid powers pumps, and pumps keep water flowing. Without it, the taps go dry in days. You'll need 3 layers: filtration, purification, and storage. First, a reliable filter like a gravity-fed system or a compact survival straw. Second, purification tablets to nuke bacteria and viruses. Third, clean jugs or barrels to hold what you collect. But don't stop there. Think capture. Tarps, funnels, and mesh strainers let you harvest rainwater, filter out the leaves and grit, and channel it into safe containers. Boil it over your fire, filter it again, and you've got liquid life. Remember, food shortages kill slowly, water shortages kill fast. 4. A small wood stove and insulated stovepipe grid down in winter? That's a silent killer. A compact wood stove with insulated stovepipe buys you breathable, safe indoor heat and a cooktop rolled into one. You don't need a full remodel or chimney construction. You need a kit you can deploy through a window panel and seal tight. The beauty of a small stove is efficiency. A single armload of wood can keep a room livable for hours. Pair it with a carbon monoxide detector and a stash of firewood, and you're in control while everyone else is layering coats and burning furniture. When the world is freezing, fire equals sovereignty. Charcoal or wood-fired smoker. When you bring home meat in a crisis, whether from hunting, fishing, or trading, you face a clock. Without refrigeration, you've got hours before it spoils. A smoker stops the clock. It turns slabs of meat into jerky or smoked cuts that last weeks or months. A store-bought smoker is great, but a cinder block and a few metal racks can build one that works just as well. The point is preservation. Meat equals protein, protein equals strength. And in the barter economy of collapse, smoked meat isn't just survival, it's currency. 6. Fermentation crocks. Your garden will come alive during a crisis, but fresh produce spoils fast. Enter the fermentation crock. With a little salt, you turn cabbage into sauerkraut, cucumbers into pickles, and root veggies into long-lasting probiotic gold. Fermentation doesn't just preserve food, it supercharges it. And it's not just about survival calories. Pickled foods fight scurvy, boost immunity, and keep your gut healthy when stress and poor diets would normally wreck your system. A crock is a quiet clay workhorse that can keep your family nourished long after your neighbor's gardens rot on the vine. 7. Sourdough starter kit. Bread has been the backbone of civilization, but without yeast packets, the average person is stuck. A sourdough starter kit solves that forever. Feed it flour and water, and it feeds you loaves, pancakes, biscuits, and barter items. In a long-term collapse, bread isn't just food, it's moral support. A hot loaf is comfort in chaos, and once you've got a living starter, you never run out of yeast again. It's perpetual survival in a jar. 8. Cast iron Dutch oven and frying pan. Cheap aluminum pans warp and crack under fire. Cast iron doesn't care. A Dutch oven with a tight lid can stew, boil, bake, and roast, all with coals piled on top. Add a skillet, and you've got a kitchen that can ride out anything. 2 Dutch ovens means you can multitask. Bread in one, stew in the other. You can bury one in coals for stealth cooking, keeping your smoke profile low. Cast iron isn't a luxury. It's the only cookware that survives fire, weather, and time. 9. A bulk amount of salt. Salt is survival's oldest trick. For pennies, you can preserve meat, cure hides, pickle vegetables, and season meals that would otherwise taste like despair. Without it, you're forced into refrigeration or starvation. Stockpile big. A bucket of curing salt lasts decades and can process hundreds of pounds of meat. And remember, in collapse economics, salt is gold. People once marched armies for it. In the blackout future, they'll trade anything for it. 10. A solar oven. Fire's great until it's not. Wildfire bans, fuel shortages, or the need to stay invisible make solar ovens priceless. With reflective panels and patience, you can simmer water, cook rice, and even bake bread, all with zero smoke and zero fuel. You can build one from cardboard and foil, or buy a sturdy kit. Either way, you're harnessing the one power source nobody can shut off: the sun. When the smoke draws attention, the solar oven keeps you hidden. 11. Hand crank flashlight or manual rechargeable lantern. Batteries die, bulbs burn out, but a crank flashlight lives forever. A minute of cranking gives you light for hours. Pair that with a manual lantern, and your nights go from stumbling in the dark to reading, cooking, and standing watch with confidence. Many models even charge phones or radios. That's not just convenience, that's communication. When the grid collapses, information is survival. With a crank light, you've got it in the palm of your hand, no batteries required. 12. Waterless toilet. Nobody likes to talk about it, but waste management is survival 101. Without flushing toilets, your house turns toxic in days. A waterless composting toilet keeps your space clean, odor under control, and disease away from your people. This isn't luxury, it's non-negotiable. In every collapse scenario, disease kills more than hunger or bullets. Keep your living space sanitary, and you'll slash your risk in half. Forget this one, and you'll regret it faster than you think. That's the 12 powerless items that flip the script when the grid collapses. Notice the pattern: no batteries, no fuel, no begging for resupply, just hard, proven tools that keep you alive and independent. So here's my challenge. Start building this kit now. Don't wait for the shelves to empty or for the government to hand out rations. When the grid goes down, the people with these 12 tools won't just survive. They'll own the night, the food, and the future. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe. Visit askaprepper.com for more prepping and survival articles.